Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Nashwa Saeed, and this is part 2 in the inherent characteristics with opposites in our course of the articulation points and characteristics of Arabic letters. The next group, or the third group in these characteristics, consists of elevation versus lowering. The elevation or al-istila refers to the intentional raising of the back of the tongue while pronouncing an Arabic letter. As you can see in the picture, the back of the tongue is up towards the roof of the mouth, and we do this intentionally or purposely. This is intended. It doesn't happen just because of the articulation point of the letter. No, we do mean to raise the back of the tongue to make that sound of this letter heavy, which produces a heavy sound, such as the vowels kha in akh. This characteristic is found in 7 Arabic letters, which can be remembered through the phrase خص ضغط قض, namely صاد ضاد طا ظا خا غين and قاف. For example, the vowel is طا in القطر, vowel is خا in واختار, vowel is غين in يغفر, vowel is ضاد in يضربون, and vowel is ضا in أظفركم. As you can notice also that ضا, ضاد, غين, and خا, they are also Philophonetic letters, so their sounds have to flow for a little bit. While the طا is apparentness in قلقلة letter, so the way to pronounce the طا is different from the other letters, but they are all elevation letters. Their sounds have to be heavy. The opposite to it is the lowering or al-istifal, which refers to not intentionally raising the back of the tongue while pronouncing an Arabic letter, which produces a light sound, such as the vowel seen in S. This characteristic is found in the remaining Arabic letters, which don't exhibit the elevation characteristic of the 7 letters. For example, the vowels noon and vowels mim in أنجاكم, vowels fa and vowels mim in أفواههم, vowels shin in وتشهد, vowels sin in لطمسنا, in vowels عين and dal in أعهد. Next, the fourth group consists of adhesion versus separation. The adhesion or al-itbaq refers to the extra raising of the back of the tongue while pronouncing an Arabic letter, which produces a heavier sound. It's more heavy than the elevation letter, such as the vowel is ضاد in ad. This characteristic is found in 4 Arabic letters, which are the 2 pairs صاد ضاد and طا ظا. So these 4 letters are heavier than the kha, ghain, and qaf, since these 4 letters are elevation plus adhesion letters, not only elevation. For example, the vowel is ضاد in الضعاف, vowel is طا in ولتطمئن, vowel is صاد in النصر, vowel is ظا in وحفظناها. You can notice the heaviness, extra heaviness in these 4 letters sounds. Separation or al-infitah has 2 different forms, as all the remaining Arabic letters after the adhered letters, which are 4, belong to this separation. In the 3 heavy letters kha, ghain, and qaf, it refers to reducing the level of raising the back of the tongue while pronouncing an Arabic letter. So, they are less, the raising of the back of the tongue is less than what happens in the 4 adhesion letters. which results in a less heavy sound compared to the adhered letters, such as the vowels غين in أغ. For example, the vowels غين in يغفر, vowels خاء in واختار. If you compared it with vowels ضاء in يضربون, you will find these letters or separation heavy letters are less heavy than the four adhered letters. Also the vowels قاف in التقوى. In the light letters, separation refers to the weakness in the letter sound as the mouth is not full of its echo. So separation can found in the three heavy letters kha, ghain, and qaf, plus all the remaining letters which are light letters. And here it refers to the weakness in the letter sound as the mouth is not full of its echo. For example, vowel fa in ليفجر, vowel lam in ألقى, vowel واو and vowel ميم in أولادكم. There are another group of characteristics, namely the desistance or al-ismat versus fluency or al-dhalaqa, but they don't have a phonetic effect on the pronunciation of the letters. So, consequently, these characteristics are not discussed in this study. And that's it, and it's time for questions. Why is it important to learn the phonetic characteristics of the Arabic letters? Can you provide a definition of inherent characteristics? Additionally, how many inherent characteristics are there? How many Arabic letters are considered whisper letters? List them, please. What are the two categories of characteristics that determine the vocal form of the voice? Can you provide definitions for both elevation and its opposite? The elevation is found in 6 letters. Correct the sentence with listing the letters. What distinguishes the separation of the 3 heavy letters قاف, خاء, and غين from that of the light letters? That's it. Salam alaikum.